Hello guys and welcome here to the Lyft National Series. This is race number 13 here today from the Milwaukee Mile. I'm Brian James here in the booth. Starting on the pole today will be Bobby 2 Davis. And to his outside will be the number 21 of Eric Faden. Of course, long time no see. We were just over at North Wilkesboro last race, so this is kind of a vintage series here for the vintage series essentially for the next two races, or the past two races here. Of course, we had North Wilkesboro. Today we have the Milwaukee Mile, a track that is not run, or the Lyft National Series is not run for many years. So essentially it is sort of a throwback race, I guess you could say. Of course, these guys will run Darlington in a few weeks, and that is certainly on the minds of many of these drivers, who, of course, keep in mind we have 12 different winners this season. They all got to maintain being in the top 25 in the points after this race, or at the end of the season, at the end of the regular season, in order to have a chance at the championship. That's where double points races come in. They can really alter the course of everything. And the other thing is, if all these 12 different winners are inside the top 25, keep in mind there's only 12 spots in the playoffs. A lot of these guys are gonna have to start trying to stand out. We can't keep having, they need to do their best to prevent getting new winners, because it could very well bump them out of the playoff picture. And of course, we will see the playoff picture at Darlington in a few races when we head there. I believe it's on Monday night that we will be at Darlington. Not this upcoming Monday night, but next Monday night, before the Monday before Thanksgiving there, which would be the 23rd. But hey, we're getting ready to get going here at Milwaukee. Let's roll the intro and we'll be back with your starting lineup here in just a moment. You are watching the Gaming Collaboration Network, home of the Jello Cup Series.
Oh man, through turns 3 and 4, we're going to have ourselves another photo finish, and I believe this time the 43 Tim Randolph will win at Daytona.
The Lyft National Series. Here we go. They make their way through turns 3 and 4. The pace car will peel off. And for the first time ever, the Lyft National Series is green here at Daytona. The Hitachi Truck Series. And here we go. The pace truck is gonna peel off. And for the first time ever in GCN history, we have a truck series, and we are underway under the lights here at Daytona in Tuesday night heat. Start for us. Your GCN presentation starts right now. Here we go. The starting lineup will roll on the left-hand side of your screen. And of course, keep in mind it is a 250-mile race here in our tour of Milwaukee. Yeah, I said we had two vintage tracks. Of course, this is one of them for the Lyft National Series. And of course, this is also the beginning of the tour of Milwaukee, because the next race we have is our first road course race, and it's at Road America. So these guys have a lot at stake here as Bobby 2 Davis leads us to the green. We're underway at Milwaukee. Side by side coming to the stripe, Bobby 2 Davis, though, will lead the opening lap. As Eric Faden tries to challenge, he won't get it this time necessarily, but keep in mind the 19 went pretty wide, and now the 21's got a draft down the backstretch, which helps him. So Eric Faden's going to take the race lead for the time being. Look at that, the 36 not giving up on him there as Eric Faden will lead the lap. Again, we mentioned the double points race coming up. We got a road course, an egg-shaped over a mile speedway. Then we got Daytona, a super speedway. And I believe it's our final one of the season before... I think it's our final one of the Lyft National season before we head to Ricky. So these guys know there's a lot at stake these next 3 races, and it's a treacherous part of the schedule coming up. This is not a pushover part of the schedule. Of course, after that they go to Pocono, and I believe they head to Quarter Slammer, and I believe those are the next few races here for the Lyft National Series. And Quarter Slammer could be a toss-up because we have not seen that track for the Lyft National drivers. We haven't even seen it for the truck drivers or the Cup drivers. And that's the most notable part of it. The Cup Series has never run at Quarter Slammer. And it's a nice little short track there, so it could be very interesting. Eric Faden kind of maintaining about a 4/10 of a second advantage over Dylan Ibrahimian, who of course came very close at North Wilkesboro last race. He was very, very close to getting his first win of the season. You imagine he's going to be pretty motivated here today to make something happen. Like I said, there's urgency in this race, I believe, because after this, again, you head to a road course, you head to Darlington, then you head to a super speedway at Daytona. There's 3 races there. That anything could happen, anything in the world could happen at those races. You think you're good here, and again, Darlington's double points, but if you think you're good here, you know, these next 3 races could mean the difference between you being 5th in the standings and you being 25th. If not 30th, because of just how much changes in those 3 races. And that's, I think, what these guys are factoring here. You see Dylan Ibrahimian on the bumper of the 21. He's not going to make it happen this time. He's going to need a little bit of help. You see, it looks like the 36 is able to get a good entry into the corner, but he's struggling on exit. As you can see there, the 19 just closed up. Yeah, it definitely looks like he struggles on corner exit, which tells me he might be fighting a tight race car. Might be afraid to go up toward that wall, or they just don't have the gear ratios right. Maybe they just don't have acceleration off the corner. And maybe they're just getting tight. It looks like they get close and then they kind of tighten up. That dirty air certainly not helping them on this long run. But they're going to want to be as close as they can. We will have pit stops coming up real soon. And right there, he's right on the bumper. But he's not going to make anything happen. Just look at it. I mean, we're 12 laps in. There's really no tire fall off here, which is a good sign for some of these guys. See, it's only about 3/10 they've fallen off. And it might be that inside lane just having so much grip right now that's allowing them to run like this. Of course, again, the Cup Series comes here tomorrow, so a lot of lessons can be learned in this Lyft National race. Of course, Dylan Ibrahimian, we don't know if he'll be in the race. He is one of the go-or-go-homers for the event. Eric Faden's been on a downward spiral again in the Cup Series, a mid-season slump. So he's going to want to get things turned around. This is good for him to be leading the race and kind of just getting a feel for what he wants tomorrow in that 8 car that he'll be driving. Then there's just Bobby 2 Davis, who wants to add some playoff points to his total, because keep in mind, again, I mentioned it early, there's 12 different winners this season. Someone's got to stand out here. And if Bobby 2 Davis can get a second win, he, much like the Daytona winner in Daniel Guidero, could really stand out from the rest. That would put 2 of the Toyotas at a really good advantage. See the 21 checking out once again. And we got a side-by-side battle for second. Bobby 2 Davis trying to make something happen on Dylan Ibrahimian. And while this is going on, again, the 21 can kind of check out here. Down the backstretch. Bobby 2 Davis drives it deeper into the corner. Can he back it up? And he gets a good exit too. That'll give the 19 second place. And it only costed him a couple tenths, which isn't bad. But that's kind of how you got to work someone over here, and you got to give Bobby 2 Davis some credit. I mean, he drove it in deep into turn 3. I thought it wouldn't stick for him, but that bottom lane, it looks like it's got a lot of grip. So certainly that helped him out. Now he'll set his sights on race leader Eric Faden. As we hit the halfway mark in the race. You see he's closed up that gap, but look who else is coming into the picture here. That's the number 0 of Steven Buchholz. And he could get a really good finish out of this today. That would certainly help that JD Motorsports team. We'll see if he can close in on that position there. Also up here in 6th is Austin Shaw right now. He is a winner this season at Michigan. And a second win would certainly pad his chances at the playoffs. He's a guy who's won races. He's a proven Cup Series winner. But he has not translated that into playoff appearances. So he's really looking to add to that total, to his totals here as well. And again, I mean, he's got no playoff appearances to show for those wins that he's had. He needs good results like this to really move up the points standings and, of course, pad his chances at the playoffs. You saw Casey Horton come off the pit lane, so I imagine these guys closing in on some pit stops. You see Now the fall off is setting in. And yeah, I called it here. They're coming in. Austin Shaw, the 10 of DJ Brady, they stay out. Of course, Casey Horton side by side with the 10. That's a lap traffic car right there. We don't want to declare it really a moment. But just look at how much quicker that 22 is. And keep in mind, he's got the fresher tires. And I think the 10 did the right thing there. Just kind of let the 22 go. Realized, hey, he's got fresher tires. Let's not hold him up. Let's not cause an issue. And the 8 nearly hit the pit wall. And it looks like the 98 missed the pit lane. Trevor Collins misses the pit lane. And this is going to cost... He's going to get the race lead, but this is going to cost him a ton of time. So I don't think the good... I don't think the good outweighs... Or the bad outweighs the good here. In some cases, I guess that's what I was going for. And if it's any consolation, he may get a point for a lap led. But it's going to cost him a handful of positions. And I don't even think he's going to get that. So this is really bad for that 98 team. Not what they needed. And somehow... Oh, Bobby 2 Davis is blown up. Heartbreak for the original race leader at one point. You see he's down on the apron trying to stay out of trouble. Oh man, they're cutting it really close with that 19. And you see there, he stays low and he avoids everything, thankfully. But that was some scary close moments with that 19, and that's a heartbreak for them. They really were looking like they were on their way to their second win of the year. They were hanging on to a top 3, and now they fall out of the picture there. Eric Faden, he's now the race leader as they cycled out. Dylan Ibrahimian currently in second, as we're going to kind of go through the field now after that incident. In third right now is Stephen Buchholz. We had mentioned a strong run needed for that 0 team, and they're delivering. In fourth is Chris Russell right now. DJ Brady picked up a position on Austin Shaw in the pit lane from really far back, so it must have been a really slow stop for that 48 or a 2-tire stop for the 10. And it might have been, because look at their lap times. 30.991. We're going to keep an eye on it this lap. Of course, though, he's side by side with someone, so it could impact his lap time, as there's not much grip up high. Yeah, he's off a little bit. So it must have been a alternate strategy there. He was 5th, but it's now Tim Randolph in the 90, and a good run going for the Auto Club winners. 7th is Austin Shaw. He's trying to fend off that 5 of Frodemar Otts, who's currently in 8th, having a strong run in his BJ McLeod Chevy. We got a caution. In 9th is Dave James, and in 10th right now it's a side-by-side battle, but Casey Naneko will have it. The caution is out. We had a wreck on the backstretch. Let's see. I don't believe they'll pit, but fresh tires always pay off at tracks like this. And really, they didn't wear them too much. You can see 30.22 for the leader last time compared to the best lap of 30.11. And they won't pit, so let's go see what happened. There may be some hurt feelings here between the 11 and the 7, and keep in mind, Charles Sanford and Dylan Young are good friends. Of course, they run the NRSL together. But this is Gene Sanford here with Dylan Young, and maybe some hurt feelings between the two. You see the 11 runs high. I don't think the 7 realized the 11 was there. Goes up and kind of takes herself out of the picture here. 98 Trevor Collins, things couldn't get much worse for them. They now tag into this wreck and spin out. The Gene Sanford round sustained some good damage. Oh, the 98 doesn't hit the 11, thankfully, but the 11 hits the 51. Thankfully, it's only like a 2 or 3 car wreck. But not good for the 7 or the 98. Let's take you back to the green. We are getting ready for the restart here. It will be Eric Faden who will restart in the race lead. Dylan Ibrahimian in second. Stephen Buchholz will be third. Chris Russell in fourth. Tim Randolph fifth. DJ Brady sixth. Austin Shaw seventh. Rodemar Otts in eighth. Dave James ninth. Casey Naneko, you saw, just barely edged out the 93 of Muhammad Zain Abdullah to be in the top 10 on the restart. And here we go. Eric Faden leads us back. We're back underway. And a slow start for the 36. Will he get overtaken? And he might. Here goes the 0. In a very tight side-by-side battle. As Stephen Buchholz goes to second, he now has his sights set on the race leader. And guess what? The 68 Chris Russell is going to follow, hopefully for third. And he's got a good run here. He'll get third. Keep in mind, Chris Russell's already won a race. And he's got a shot at a second win if he can hang on. Of course, you saw there the 19. We figured out the issue was a valve issue for that 19. That took him out of the race. Here we go. We come to 5 laps of racing to go here at the Milwaukee Mile. Eric Faden, he's got a 4/10 of a second lead, but that 0 is closing. And now we'll see if the 68 can close and make this a 3-car battle. Behind him, 2 teammates battling it out. Dylan Ibrahimian, Tim Randolph. And Tim Randolph will go to 4th, maybe. He's going to be able to get a good drive off the corner. Keep in mind that bottom lane's got a lot of grip. And Tim Randolph to 4th. It's 4 to go. I don't know if Chris Russell can get there. He's going to have a lot of work to do. And even if he gets around the 0, I just don't think he'll have the time to get around that 21. As we come to 3 laps to go. And that 0 is going to have to make some good gains here. He only gained to get it to exactly 4/10 the gap. He's going to need some big gains here on this lap. He might have to be on the bumper coming to 2 to go. Here we go, 2 to go. Does Eric Faden have enough? You see the 68's fallen kind of out of the picture there. 3 of our season winners now in the top 5. Tim Randolph, Austin Shaw both get around Dylan Ibrahimian. The white flag is out, 1 lap of racing to go. Presented by Mitchell's Memes. And Eric Faden, he won the truck race at Daytona earlier this season. Had a very good run out there. We thought he was on track to win his 2nd Daytona 500. Unfortunately was in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't believe he got wrecked, but he didn't get the result he deserved. Today he will on the Lyft National side. He gets his first win of the season here at Milwaukee. congratulations to that 21 team. We documented the slow starts for Eric Faden on the Cup side. Well, here on the Lyft side, he just got his first win in the middle of a Cup slump. And this should give him some momentum entering tomorrow's race here. Because again, he will be racing tomorrow. And we'll see what kind of momentum this gives them. As we want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and standings. And again, we'll be back here tomorrow afternoon for the Cup race. But if you are not going to be watching that one, we'll see you next Saturday when the Lyft National Series takes on their first road course of the season at Road America. Till then, goodbye everyone.